What's up, everybody? So welcome back to my channel, Green Man Grows 7. I'm Sean Knight, and today, well, I got plant mail, and I want to give a caption before I open this. I ordered something straight from the jungle. I'm laughing because I placed the order on July 11th, and it has been delivered today on September the 8th. And I'm gonna tell you why. I ordered this from the jungle, and the person who I ordered it from had to go and climb up on a tree to cut this wet stick off for me. But because of all of the rain every single day, they couldn't get it. And so I'm just not getting it. They shipped it on Friday, sent me a message, and it was delivered this morning. And today is Monday, September the 8th. And so I've been a patient man, but it is a Monstera wet stick. And I don't know what else is in this box. So this is the box. Shall we? You know, I don't know about you guys, but the regular Monsteras that you can get like in the garden centers and the Home Depot, and a lot of what some of the growers sell in like a lot of the nurseries and plant stores are a little different. And somebody's probably gonna come for me and be like, no, it's not different, it's the same plant. But they are different. And so to get a Monstera, oh, I got a thank you card, and probably thank you because I waited for so long. Open that later. Oh, I got other stuff in here. So, we're gonna open this first. The seller did tell me that they were sending additional things because I had to wait so long, which was nice. They didn't have to do that. But we'll see what they sent. Mexicano. Philodendron Mexicano. So I have one, but thank you. We'll see what I'll do with this one. And you can tell they just cut it, so we'll see. That's one. Oyster plant. I've never heard of oyster plant before. Oyster plant. Okay. Can you see? I don't want to really like open it because I like to spray down things before I bring them into the loft. So that's an oyster plant. It's purple. Now, I don't know if you guys who have been following me for a while, this is the same family that I ordered a pothos wet stick, and I grew that sucker out. This is what the wet sticks look like. So basically, and forgive me because I don't know everything. I don't know why they call them a wet stick. So basically, this is the part of the stem that was growing on the tree. You can see a little of the roots here. So that was on the tree. My arm is the tree. This is the stem. This is where the petio was. They cut that off for shipping. Another petio. And then they have the growth points under here, the nodes. So then what I'm going to do is take this, put it on top of a substrate to keep it moist, because I did that before. I'll link that video below so that you can watch that. And then another plant will grow from this. And they sent me 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep one and give one to my buddy Josh and see if he can grow it out. And then I'm gonna give one to his brother Justin because they sent more than one, and see if they can grow these out. Because I have 2 in the loft right now. But this is the baby that I want. This is what I ordered. I only ordered this. So the same premise, wet stick for a Monstera deliciosa. And so, check that baby out. Some goodness right there. And basically it's the same thing. This was on my arm is the tree. This was growing up the tree, the Monstera. This was a petio with a large leaf on it. They cut them because you can't ship all of this. The freight of, the cost of shipping would be too much. This was another petio with a leaf on it. And this was another petio with a leaf on it. And basically what I'm going to do, and if you can see here, you see some of these aerial roots that were there. So on the tree, growing up, and what they did was went in the jungle where they live, cut this for me, took it off the tree, but cut it in a way that the plant could still continue to grow, and then basically sent it to me. And what I'm going to do is take this, I'm gonna see if I can separate and have 2, so I can grow 2 different ones. And so here is the growing eye here. Can you see that right there where my finger is? So if I'm gonna cut it, I'm gonna have to take this sheath part of the petio off and then cut here. And then I would have this part with a growing eye on it. Let me see, do I see the growing eye on here? I have to look for it, I don't see it. Oh, here it is back here. And then it's back here, the growing eye. And so basically that's where the new growth is gonna come from. The new leaf is gonna come from here. And so basically what I'm gonna do is take it, put it in a moist substrate, not wet, lay it on top of it so that the humidity will encourage the growth. Aerial roots and roots will start to grow into that substrate. Then as the new leaf grows from this growing eye, it's gonna be like this. The petio is gonna grow from here, and then Monstera deliciosa leaf is going to be there. But it's gonna, the way that it's been described to me, when you do it this way, this plant has been on that tree for years. So it has so much energy and growth in it. And what's gonna happen is it should grow, the first leaf should be very fenestrated with all of the holes, with all of and just go from there and then be a huge Monstera. So you're gonna see me doing that. You're gonna see me growing this out, and I'll do sequences of videos like I did in the video that I'm gonna leave below regarding the pothos that I grew out. And then I'll show you, after I finish talking, I'll show you the plant that grew out. It's tall, it's back here in the loft. And you can see it's right here. I got one of these from them before and did this same process, and it grew out to be, if you can see right there next to the cabinet where I'm pointing, it grew out to be a large pothos. And in the pot is that wet stick. You can see it, and then you can see the plant, how it started to grow from the wet stick. And that's what I'm gonna do with this. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do now is I am going to spray everything down and with insecticide soap and my mixture that I mix up to just ensure that there's no bugs, because I'm introducing them into the loft with all my other plants. And then I am going to holler at my brothers and let them know that I have some goodies for them, and they can, maybe we'll do when I take them to them, they can, we'll do a video and we'll just put it all together at their store. I think we should do that, don't you? Let me know if you've ever done this before, if you've ever had wet sticks, because you can do the same thing if you cut like this. This is a Dieffenbachia. You see the stem here? If I was to just cut this and cut it where I can just get the growing eye, I can do the same thing and then another plant will start growing. Normally we do that when we cut plants and we put them in water and we propagate them that way, if we don't do other methods. But so that's today's video, you guys. All the way from the jungle. So everybody, so here is the result of what I'm doing. So I got the wet stick for the Monstera in here, and all this is peat moss with some perlite. And what I did was I put the peat moss and perlite in this plastic container, propagation bin, and after I sprayed down the wet stick, then I moistened the peat moss, not made it real wet, moistened it, because I don't want it to be soggy. I want the wet stick to lay on top of it and not mildew and get soggy, but have enough moisture with the top on. So, see, I got the top. And then I'm gonna put the top on and then put it in a place where it's warm and it can get a lot of light. That's why I use the clear container, so that the light can get through it. And then basically over time, the moisture with the heat and with the light will help initiate the growth. And then as it starts to grow, I'll keep the top off as the petiole starts to come out with the leaf. And then it outgrows this space, and then I'll leave it in there so it can root, take it out, and then I'll put it into a container and let it start growing from there. But that's what I'm doing. All right, thanks. Peace.